It took me years to get to 10K, so hopefully from here it goes a little quicker, but we'll see. Hello, good morning. I wanted to have a chat with you guys today. My first post on YouTube was in 2013. And it was a video that I made when I went to basically a fraternity party up at Lake Shasta, and it got like 50,000 views, which was crazy at the time, and it got me absolutely hooked on making videos. And a few weeks ago, we hit 10,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. First of all, I want to say thank you for 10,000 subscribers. It took me over 10 years to get to that. Although we've been off and on a lot, we made it. So congrats to us. We did it, 10,000. Very exciting. Because of hitting 10,000 subscribers, I went back and watched some of my original videos. And you know what? It really made me miss making vlogs. And I think I've grown a lot and I've become like a whole different person since I started this YouTube page, which was just kind of fun to go back and look. I thought it'd be fun to start vlogging again. So we're gonna get back into it. Day in my life, what I've been up to, where I've been, all that exciting stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I've been consuming way more than I've been creating recently, and it's kind of driving me a little bonkers. I think my brain's made to create and not consume, and the consuming is just like stopping me from creating. I guess a quick update on what I've been up to. I've been a father a lot recently. I'm a dad of a 2-year-old and he's insane and it's so much fun, and I'm a husband of a beautiful wife and she's been crushing it, holding down the fort. And so we've been working on our 100-year-old house. This house was built in 1917. It is a traditional craftsman in Los Angeles, California. And we've been doing so much work to this house, everything from the plumbing to the electricity to the HVAC to the backyard remodel to the little kitchen details that we need to fix and all the old nooks and crannies of the house that we're finding out. And it's been so much fun, but it's been so much work. So we've been working on that. I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft. I've been collecting a lot of Pokémon cards and trying to figure out what I want to do, because full transparency, I've been all over the place recently. I want to be a creative director. I want to be an Instagram content creator. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be this and that and car guy and blah, blah, blah. And it's insane. It's a lot, but that's how my brain works. So I'm trying to learn how to come to grips with that and really enjoy the process of making videos rather than just enjoy the process of posting videos. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna enjoy this coffee. Also, these mugs, if you guys are wondering, they're from Danny D's Mud Shop. It's here local in Los Angeles and it's just incredible. They do handcrafted pottery and it's sick and I love it. So if you want to go get a mug, check them out. Surprise, got my knuckles tattooed. It is just my son's name, which I think makes it less intimidating. The most painful tattoo I've ever gotten in my entire life was this. This was not fun. Let's make a coffee. My friend Jasper gave me these beans and I'm really enjoying them. They're really yummy, especially for espresso. Red Bull sent me a package. Let's open it and see what they sent me, because I don't drink a lot of energy drinks, but when I do drink Red Bull. Let's get into it. Oh my gosh. Hey, Red Bull. So I wanted to talk briefly about 2 photo shoots that I'm really proud of that I've done recently. And the first one was with my friend Mars, and it was for her birthday. And it was essentially a grunge themed photo shoot in the middle of like a woodsy forest area. And she's dressed up as what looks like the Grudge. And it's really fun because this was actually for Mars's birthday. I've shot with Mars multiple times before. We actually did a video together on this channel where we shot in a studio, but we wanted to go out and make something weird. So we took the Sony A1, this camera right here, and we went out and we shot a bunch of photos in the woods. Mars is amazing to shoot with because she actually does like all of her own makeup and all of her own styling, and she got her nails done and she got a wig and a dress and she did the whole thing, so it made my life very easy. But I'm really proud of these images. I'm loving these like creative concepts where we're kind of like coming up with these ideas and we're actually going out and executing them, because I feel like a lot of times I come up with these ideas and they just sit on a hard drive or in a mood board and we don't actually go out and create it. So Mars is always down to just like come up with an idea and then go out and shoot it real quick and not have it be like such a big deal. And honestly, that's how some of my favorite images are made, in just collaborating with models and people that have like their own aesthetic and then bringing my aesthetic into it and like mixing the two to make some really cool images. These photos got like almost 800,000 impressions on Instagram, which for a photography photo set is just absurd to me. That doesn't really happen anymore. So I'm really proud that people got to see them and people got to appreciate them and like them. And Mars is just dope, and it was for her birthday. So it makes sense that that many people saw them. Shoot number 2 was with my new friend Karla, and we went to Malibu at a place called Point Doom. It's actually where Planet of the Apes was filmed, the intro scene. It's like there's like a landmark that you'll notice, and that's where they filmed the intro scene of that movie. But we went out there and we basically had this idea of like this flowy kind of black dress vibe, like just kind of weird artsy sunset lighting. And I'm really, really happy with these images. Well, Karla is absolutely stunning and she makes it very easy to take photos, and she was just very fun to collaborate with. It was our first time shooting together, and to be able to go back and forth and have like just like bounce ideas around, like, hey, move like this, do this. And she was just down to collaborate, get her feet in the water, get the dress wet. And then we actually shot like 3 different looks, which is very exciting, because when you go do like a photo or a photo shoot, most of the time you don't get that many looks just with 2 people. It's just me, her, and then my son and wife were there as well, hanging out on the beach, which was fun. I love how we got to like shoot some sunset into like some real golden hour, and then we got a little bit of blue hour as well, and it was just moody and it's very on my alley for photos that I like to make, and I'm proud with how they came out. So those were all shot, both shoots were actually shot on the Sony A1 Mark I with the Sony 28-70 f2, which is my favorite lens I've ever used. It's the most versatile lens that I've used in my entire life. It's actually on this camera right now, and to be able to get such different depths of field and different focal lengths in a single lens and be able to get down to f2 all the way across is just, it's unbeatable. So those are what I've been making recently. Oh my gosh, seeing this on the table is actually kind of wild, I'm not gonna lie. I can be the first one to admit that this may have gotten a little bit out of hand. I've been collecting Pokemon cards a lot, obviously. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I have been doing it since I was a child, so it's not like this is new to me. I mean, I grew up kind of collecting everything from Pokemon to Yu-Gi-Oh! To Magic to cameras, and I think I'm just a collector at heart. So when it comes to collecting Pokemon cards, I kind of went a little ham. This is pretty new, to be honest. I had been a part of the collecting community for probably the past like 5 years pretty heavily, but slabs or graded cards, this is a new venture in my life, and it spiraled very fast. So how do you get to a point like this in Pokemon card collecting? Well, I went to a show and I bought a $50 card, and then I bought another $50 card, and then I bought a $100 card. Then I traded those 3 cards for a $200 card, and then I got that card went up in value, and I traded that plus some cash for a $500 card, and then it just slowly spirals like that. Especially with how it's been going, the prices just keep going up and up and up, and that's one of the reasons I think it might be time to sell some of my collection, because I don't know if it's gonna last much longer, and if it does, that'd be insane. But if I get out now, I can be happy. So I'm going to be selling off a large chunk of this collection. But before I did that, I thought it would be fun to kind of document where I've gotten to at this point, show you guys some of my favorite cards and why I like them so much, and then get to selling some of them. But yeah, I have about 70 slabs here, some really high-end ones and some really low-end ones, and I think I'm gonna sell a good mix of both. But I wanted to kind of document the collection and show you guys and share with you, because I think it's really cool. It's really fun. First card I want to show off is this PSA 10 2016 Charizard promo card. This was a specialty card that you got out of a Game Art magazine. I love this. Is probably my favorite Charizard artwork that's ever been made, and to have it in a PSA 10 is crazy. This is like a $12,000 card, which is just stupid. I traded a bunch of stuff to get it, and now I am in love with it. So this is a Masaki Gengar. This is a PSA 7. This is a really rare card and a hard card to grade. Gengar is one of my favorite Pokemon, and then the way you got this card was kind of weird. You actually had to mail in 2 cards together a Haunter and a Bill's PC, and they would mail you back this card in like a cool envelope. There was 4 other Pokemon that I also have, but this is probably my favorite one from the Masaki collection. This is probably like a $7,000 card right now, which is crazy. This is probably the most popular card in my collection and by far the most expensive. This card goes for $25,000, which is absolutely ridiculous. You had to get them out of essentially like a collector's box in Japan, and they only made a certain amount of them, and then it got graded a 10. There's a very low population of this card in a 10, and this is my favorite card in my whole collection. This is the Mewtwo Game Boy 2001 Japanese promo card, and I love this card. I got it when it was way cheaper than it is now. I think this card's going for about $7,000 on its own, which is just stupid, but I love this one. I don't think I'll ever be selling this one. So those 4 I'm not selling, but. So yeah, there is my large collection of Pokemon cards. It's actually kind of ridiculous, but I love it. It's really fun. It brings me a lot of joy, and it's been cool watching all the cards grow and come up in price. That being said, I think that they're gonna get a lot cheaper now, so I think it is a good time to sell a lot of these cards. So